Greetings everyone, welcome in MechWarrior Online. And we have some news for you. The PGI just dropped the details about the upcoming patch. It will be here in 3 days. Thanks for the news, Daron. So, what this is all about? Well, actually there is quite a lot of interesting things. We will get 2 new legendary mechs, there are some map updates, there are some equipment updates, quirks, and more. So let's start from the top. 2 new mechs, a legendary variant of Shadowhawk and a legendary variant of Marauder 2C. Adjustment to Terra Therma Crucible map and Free Walls Coliseum map, and the usual quirk, equipment and bug fixes. MWO team still work on the new map. I have no idea what kind of a map it will be. They are updating the current maps, like for example this time Terra Therma Crucible and Free Worlds Coliseum, and boy, those maps needed the update. We do know that they are doing those things. Also, we are told that they are investigate potential matchmaker solutions. Yeah, sure. I am not holding my breath on that one. They are investigating faction play. Investigating in this case is the big word for we think we will do something in the future, but probably not. This and stuff like bringing drop decks to quick play, looking into overall gameplay balance and player feedback. This is a corporate speak. This is basically a couple of... They say they are doing something, but I am strongly advising you to not hold your breath. Don't get me wrong, it still may happen, but we will see. What I am happy about is definitely the news that they hired a new 3D artist. We do not know what this artist is doing currently, but it might be fixing the map, it might be new makes, we don't know. Okay, and now 2 new legendary mech, a new Shadowhawk and the new Marauder 2C. The battle pass stays the same, nothing is changed from what I see. I am still on the fence about this whole system. You can tell me in the comment what do you think. As I said, I'm on the fence. I'm not sure we needed that, but it's obvious people buy them and they are boosting the cash flow for PGI, and that's always a good thing. So I wish PGI luck on that one. And now the details of the mech. Zero cockpit shake with Shadowhawk, which is nice if you want to jump snipe. Do we want to jump snipe with that? Well, 3 ballistics, 2 missiles, at least. I'm not sure the UI screenshot is big enough for you guys, so let me tell you. 3 ballistic on the left torso, 3 missile hardpoints on the right torso, and no energy hardpoints. If this would be it, this mech would be mainly inconsequential, but the quirks are insane. As I said, I'm not sure you can see that actually, so I will just read those. LBX spread, minus 25%. Hold your hearts, LBX cooldown, minus 35%. MRM velocity, plus 50. Missile spread, 35% minus. LBX velocity, plus 50. SRM velocity, all kinds, plus 50. Missile cooldown, minus 30. Hit, minus 10. And armor and structure, lots of it. Those quirks are insane. And I think they are too insane. The last Mad Cat was good, very good. This Shadowhawk is the best medium in the game in this form. This will have, if you use these 3 LBXs and 2 MRM10s or maybe 3 SRM4s, this Shadowhawk will have the best DPS in medium category, hands down. With those quirks, like LBX cooldown, on top of my head, with those quirks, those 3 LBXs will have like 15 damage points per second. Only those 3, 15. Add to that missiles, and you're breaking 21, 22 damage points per second. This is more than most heavy mechs. And remember, this is on medium range. Most mechs in the game, most mechs, existing mechs that can deliver that kind of DPS, can do that on very short range. This one don't need to do that. Is it pay to win? Well, not in terms of competitive. Maybe. Probably. Competitive usually goes for more pinpoint solution than this. But I already see some situations, even in comp, when having or not having this mech may decide about advantage for one team or the other. This mech is truly problematic. I think it's closer pay to win, way closer than the Moonwalker was. Because we do have other mechs in this game that can do the same stuff as Moonwalker could do. We really don't have mediums that can do what this new legendary Shadowhawk will be able to do. Maybe I'm wrong. I have tendency to be pessimistic about stuff. And on the other hand, this mech is, at least in my mind, definitely worth the price they're asking for. Okay, the next one. Dreadnought. Marauder 2C. Heavily stacked to the right. This mech may also be problematic, but more into the Moonwalker category than the previous one. What do I mean by that? It's not quirked at all, like stable bonus plus 30%, the same as all the legendary, because legendary are basically the key hero mechs in that regard. And bit of the utility, 2 extra consumable slot, 2 extra strategic strike capacity. This is interesting, but it's going towards the old-time artillery spam. For those of you that do not remember this, it used to be that you have to spam artillery. It was that strong. One artillery strike was strong enough to really net you some juicy damage if placed correctly. If this mech can have 4 airstrikes on board, that may become problematic, but it's interesting approach. I like this one. It may be somewhat overpowered, but it's something else than straight up boosting your weapons. So we need to wait and see. I can foresee some problems, but as I said, I'm the pessimist here. What's worrying me slightly is the possibility of making that kind of build here. Because the only mechs that could do that beforehand was what? Kodiak, Direwolf, and that's it. Since this mech do not have structure on or armor quirks, it will be a bit of a glass cannon in that regard. But this level of firepower will easily rival that of previously mentioned Shadowcat, which speaks volume about the level of we went overboard with the Shadowhawk case. In terms of firepower, this is rivaling the monsters like LBX, Small Laser Annihilator, for example. Except here you're also way faster than Annihilator, way faster than Direwolf. I think in line with Kodiak, with the similar firepower. Yes, this mech is more in line with Moonwalker. Maybe in some regards even more powerful than Moonwalker was. I would definitely say yeah, this mech is worth the money again. It's definitely more powerful than the Fafnir was. I mean, I didn't bought a Fafnir, and I don't think I will. But those two mechs are incredibly powerful. I see we are going into the danger territory with those legendary mechs, because I don't think they are paid to win. There are other similarly powerful mechs in the game, except Shadowhawk maybe. But these four legendary mechs will definitely separate paying user from user that is not paying. And I'm not really happy about that. I can understand the logic, but I think it's too much, they are too powerful. Well, let's go for the maps. Terra Terma Crucible, fixed stack point location, well, good, because that was irritating. They also moved Conquest and Domination spawn points, so the time to Theta and Domination circle are even from both sides. That's good. And then they changed map hit setting from 0.15 to 0. Okay, hit vision was a problem on this map. Okay, I think that's a reasonable change. Free Worlds Colosseum. Fixed stack point location. Definitely yes, thank you, because this was way worse on this map than on the previous one. Crystal rocks have been scaled and rearranged. Well, we will see. Hard to say. The middle of the map definitely needed more cover. New kind of trees. Well, okay, I need to see that to really formulate an opinion. Every point you can see here, you can summarize. They added more stuff in the middle of the map to break the line of sight from, well, mostly Charlie 5, but other long range spot also. Floating trees and some patches of floating grass removed. Thank you. That was the sign of really shoddy craftsmanship. It was a small stuff, not game breaking, but very irritating to see. Reduced vegetation growth on crystals. I'm not sure what this is all about. Maybe FPS drops. Maybe that was creating some FPS drops. Yes, it was obscuring vision more, but that was not a bad idea, not a bad thing in my mind. And removed fireworks. Well, that was causing FPS drops for many people. So while I did like the fireworks, they looked pretty, I must say you looked at them once or twice and then never noticed them again. So removing the fireworks was actually a good move. Okay, so we do have some picture of the map. That's interesting. Will this solve the problem of sniping being dominant on this map? I'm not sure. That will depend on how good overall coverage between those big structures and the small crystals is. Because the spaces between those structures are huge, so they are not covering the middle enough by themselves. But maybe if you stand on this hill or Charlie 5 hill, the combination of those small crystal formation and those big structures, maybe all of this combined is blocking your line of sight in sufficient way. We will see. I hope Razdak struck some balance here, because if he basically killed the sniping here, then that's bad. But I don't think so. From those pictures, it seems to me it will be more balanced, so that's good. And I'm really curious how good those structures will be in terms of I have a jump jet, I'm light and medium, like Shadowcat, planting his behind here or here and being passed for everyone else. This can be interesting. Now for the quirks. Adjustments. Osiris. Yeah, good thing they took Osiris under their wing, because except maybe one of those, Osiris was kind of a sad mech. Nobody really plays Osiris. So let's see, Osiris 3D, increased missile velocity to 35% from 10. That's not the change that will really make this mech shine, I don't think so. Osiris 4D, removed minus 5% hit, added 10% range. That might be interesting for some people. 4D is a variant with 6 energy weapon mounts, so you will not be able to fire as much as previously, but added range will make this one interesting medium laser harasser. It was interesting medium laser harasser. Now it got pushed even more into harassing territory, and I think this will make this mech more popular. Now Osiris 1V. This is straight up buff. Okay, so this mech had 4 energy and 3 missile hard points, so it's straight up buff. Medium laser SRM, medium laser MRM 10, maybe, probably SRM though. Yeah, it's a straight up buff. Maybe it will make this mech more popular. We will see. Osiris 1P increased UAV duration to 15 seconds from 10 seconds. Completely inconsequential. Now, Firestarter. A version removed. That's straight up nerf to this mech. It was not very popular mech, except in comp, and that is the straight up nerf. An incentive for people to bring something else to comp play. In quick play this mech was close to not existing, and this will make it even a rarer sight on the battlefield, so straight up nerf, and I'm not sure it was really needed. Wolfhound 1A, removed 10% laser hit, removed 5% snap, so straight up quirk swap. This Wolfhound basically stays as it was. Maybe it will be slightly better for snap, because previously it had only 5% minus on snap hit, now it will have 10%. I do understand this change if they are going for more. If, as the rule, they are trying to move away from weapon-specific quirks, more generalist quirks, but this will change nothing really in terms of how popular this mech is. It's not popular. Why? I don't know why. This is very powerful harasser with snaps. You should definitely try it, even if this change is not really a change. Wolfhound 1A, removed 10% on standard laser. I don't think this is a good change, to be honest. It somewhat moved this Wolfhound from harasser territory to brawler territory, at least in my opinion. This really looks to me like change for sake of a change. I do understand why they are changing quirks on Wolfhounds. Those mechs are definitely not as popular as they used to be, but I don't see those changes as straight up buffs. Wolfhound 1B, remove 10% energy cooldown. So yeah, this is straight up buff to this mech, though I'm not sure it will actually make it more popular. Wolfhound 2 removed minus 10% ER laser heat and increased laser heat to minus 15%. So yeah, this is basically a quirk swap. It had minus 15%, it still have minus 15%. Vulcan 5S, removed 5%, 15% snub-nose PPC range, removed 20%. Right, so this is straight up nerf for Vulcan 5S. I don't think it was that powerful anymore. It's still popular mech, but I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one really. Okay, I swear it. This is straight up 40% cooldown on the mech that will have one ballistic slot. I don't think this change will make I swear it a particularly powerful, really. I don't think you can do all that much for mech that have one ballistic and 2 energy hard points. Phoenix Hawk 7S, removed 20% PPC family velocity. So straight up nerf for Phoenix Hawk 7S. I don't think it was particularly powerful mech. No, scratch that. It was powerful mech, but it was not game breaking. Hatchetman 3F. Well, fine, okay. Somebody clearly want you to play 2 Ultra AC-10s on this variant. 6D. 6D is somewhat sad mech, and I don't think those changes will make it any more happy. I mean, range, additional range is always good, but with 1 ballistic hardpoint and 4 energy hardpoint, somebody clearly want us to go for 1 rack 5 with some additional lasers. 5k added 10% missile hit. It already had 10% hit, so that will be 20% missile hit minus straight up buff. Stormcrow. Yeah, I don't think those changes will make me play LBX Stormcrow more, to be honest. Stormcrow A, remove 10% alarm spread from set of 8, added 10% hit in set of 8. If you terribly want to play Stormcrow A with set of 8, it's either Medic or SRM Laser Brawler or Lair or ATM Spammer. So additional minus 10% hit is nice. Will it make me play this mech with set of 8? Hell no. And now the hero one, the Lacerator, removed. Okay, so those are the huge changes to the Lacerator that were trumpeted to me beforehand. Basically, from 10% of LBX spread, now we will have 25% LBX spread, and from old 20% of ballistic cooldown, now we will have 30% of ballistic cooldown. Don't get me wrong, it's nice that they are not trying to make all Stormcrows energy boats, and it is straight above the Lacerator, but it will not change much. It is a step in good direction. Actually, you know what? This is actually a step in very good direction. This will make the Lacerator fun mech to play and not burden to your team. It would still be better taking straight up laser vomit. Stormcrow, don't get me wrong, and this one will definitely not be comp material or record breaking mech by any stretch of imagination, but it will be slightly more than it was before. So good change overall. Just not that big of a change. Champion Invictus, straight up buff for the mech that somewhat needed a buff because it's a rare mech. It's not terrible mech, to be honest, but it's not powerful enough for people to pay MC for it. Now maybe it will be. Grasshopper Mjolnir. This is actually straight up buff and quite powerful for Mjolnir. Mjolnir was always this sad Gauss mech in Grasshopper family that nobody really used. It wasn't a bad mech, don't get me wrong, it was interesting mech to play, but very few people like to play Gauss, and paying MC MechWarrior credits just to get interesting but not very powerful mech is not something most people will do. Now this mech will be more appealing for many people. Summoner. Ursat Summoner. Prime. Okay, nice. Bravo. Okay. C. D. 10% jump jet band. Okay, so they are straight up buffing summoners, and they are actually do this in interesting way because they are changing the quirks in the city, which was not common for the summoners. There was no incentive to buy more than 1 or 2 summoners really. Now it might actually be more interesting to play summoners. It will not make them powerful really, but definitely better. Interesting change. Hero Black Knight. Yeah, we all see the trend here. They are changing a lot of hero mechs, which is fine. Actually, most heroes in this game are ranging from okay to meh, straight up to awful. The Partisan was in the kind of awful category before, and now it will be at least usable. I already see Gauss laser or AC-20 laser possible builds with this mech. It is definitely not making Partisan a must-have, but at least some people will actually be playing the mech. Timberwolf. Oh, changes to Timberwolf. Interesting thing, stuff for Phil from NGNGTV. So, Prime. Okay, they are changing City of the Prime. Timberwolf C. Reduced Ultra Autocannon Gem chance to 20% from 40. Change for the sake of change, in my opinion. And minus 10% LBX spread in City for Warrant, the hero Timberwolf. This change will not change anything for this mech, really. Annihilator. Okay, so since this is basically... So that's basically buff for left and right torso and nerf for CT. Previously Fafnir's had 38 points in CT and 16 on the torsos. This is a nice change because Fafnir is shedding the side torsos like there's no tomorrow. I don't think this will change all that much for Fafnir E, 5E. 6R increased hit to 15%. Nice try, but I think 6R will stay in snub-nose PPC territory, really, not laser territory, but maybe, we'll see. 6U, remove 20% family velocity. Okay, remove 15%. Okay, so this is basically as before. They changed some class specific and weapon specific quirks for more general quirk, which are basically the same. And added 15% jump chance duration. Fine. Some equipment adjustments. For biggest assault mechs. Inner sphere Beagle active probe. Equipment slot is reduced to 1 from 2 and equipment weight is reduced to 1 ton from 1.5. I don't think this will change anything really. Of course it's not nice change, why not, but Beagle active probe is used so sparingly it will not change much. Bugs fixed. Bug fixes. Moonwalker, lower arm accutator is now functional. Fine. And that's it for this patch. So yeah, TLDR, 2 new powerful hero mechs, and I mean powerful. Straight up close to pay to win territory. Not exactly there, but definitely those two mechs are strengthening the trend that the paying customer will get much better stuff than the customer that is playing this game for free. I already see some people getting very angry about that. Some very much needed changes and bug fixes mostly for Purple Map and for Terra Therma Crucible, and plethora of changes to make, ranging from very interesting to meh. Okay folks, that will be it for today. Drop me a like, comment on this video, tell me if you want me to change something in the way I am presenting those news, or if you don't care or care about the news at all. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button to get the notification about the new videos, and see you on the battlefield everyone.